Good evening everyone. Welcome to the previous year question series of language and linguistics again. Now the first question is based on assertion. So assertion 1 is that synchronic linguistics refers to study of a language across time, while assertion 2 says that diachronic linguistics refers to study of a language at a particular time. So if you will look at these closely, you will find that it's the other way around. Synchronic deals with the particular time while diachronic deals with across time. So both are incorrect. It means option D is correct, which is both first and second are false. Coming to the second question, and it is that since historical linguists are concerned with change in language or languages over time, historical linguistics is also called. We just read that when we read the language or language change over time, it is the diachronic change. So here historical linguistics is also called diachronic linguistics. That is option C. Question 3 talks about the very important feature of a language, and it is the arbitrariness. So arbitrariness means that there is no necessary connection between the form of a word and its meaning. So when there is no connection between the form and its meaning, for example, why we call a bird, there is no connection between the word bird and the object it refers to or the thing it refers to. So this quality is known as arbitrariness. So option C is the correct option. Question 4 is in which function of communication addresser is the target factor? Okay, so here directly it has been asked in which question the addresser is involved. So addresser is involved in the emotive function of a language. So option B is the correct option. The question 5 is that the expressions like good morning and so on establish social contact between the interlocutors. Such expressions have which function? So interlocutors they are referring to is the speaker and the hearer. So when we use language for establishing social contact or for opening or closing the contact channel, it is the phatic function of a language. So option D is the correct one. Sixth question is the match the following question, in which we have to match the functions of a language which are here in column A to what they refer to from the column B. Okay, so A is the referential function. What it refers to? It refers to the context. So A goes to 1. Now B is the expressive function. Now this you have to remember that expressive function is also known as emotive function and it relates to the addresser. Now C is the conative function. Conative function, as we all know, engages the addressee only. And D is the poetic function. And poetic function focuses on message for its own sake. Okay, if we will match all of these, we will get option B as the correct option. Question 7 is again a match the following question, in which we have to match the functions in the list 1 to what they refer to in the list 2. Okay, so A is the referential function. So we just read that referential function refers to the context of the situation. Now B is the emotive function, which is also known as expressive function. We just read it refers to the addresser. Conative function refers to the addressee. Now here comes the metalingual function, which refers to the language itself. That is, it refers to code. So while matching all these, we get that this is the correct order in which these are matched. Here comes a very unique question, and it has been asked recently, and it is based on the dance of honeybee. So the dance of honeybee exhibits which one of the following feature? One of the features that dance of honeybee exhibits is the displacement feature, because it can talk about the food which is 100 meters away, unlike other animals. So option B is the correct option. Again, this question has been asked on the same feature of a language or the same property of a language, and that is the displacement quality or the displacement property. And it says the property that language can communicate information about something far away in time and space, that is something which is in future or which is in past. So it is the displacement quality. So option B is the correct one. The last question is based on animal communication, and it says that animal communication, unlike human language, is. So we have to tell what animal communication is and what are the properties that goes with animal communication and how it is different from human language or human communication. So human communication is very discreet and it is very symbolic, while when we talk about animal communication, it's very anomalous and it's very non-symbolic communication. There is a very limited kind of communication that takes place in animal communication. Based on this topic or this theory, we came to know that option D is the correct one, that is anomalous and non-symbolic is animal communication. Question 4 is, in which function of communication addresser is the target